So yes, Belize has a very diverse culture. It was at one point it was predominantly Creoles. You do have the mestizos of the north, and then you have the Garifuna and mestizos of the south, and then you have the Creoles. And actually, Creoles have ventured and lived all over this great nation of Belize. So back into like the formation of character and trying to process and understand the decay of society, and not just the society but the decay of one's state of mind. Education is a key role. Then you have to factor in the influx of immigrants the last 30 years or 20 years, and a lot of those immigrants, their parents, mother, which would maybe be a single mom or a single dad, or both parents home of immigrant background, they don't hold Belizean values, and they frowned and looked down upon Belizeans of ancestry that contrast. Like, I know my great grandmother, so they will castrate and try to tarnish and put your character and your integrity into the mud based on the fact that they don't have a understand the full concept of what it means to be Belizean and the true heritage and the actual foundation. So like the true essence of a Belizean, it's based on the culture, on the identity of our ancestors, and it has a strong crab in the barrel mentality. And yes, that's not common to Belize. That's everywhere. That's a global thing, right? But like true Brit Creoles, like a lot of Creoles fought for the rights to make it to where people that didn't have much could have the right to land, to change and take control of their life and their future. So now, fast forward, this is like, the 1900s and stuff like that. 1900s, probably 1920s, and in reverse towards 1800s, let's say 1850, right? Those core values of what it meant to be Belizean, because you do have mestizos that have been here around that time and they have the same core value. So now they're clashing. If you look at the immigrants, children of immigrants and immigrants the last 30 years, their core value, they're more based on the motherland of where their parents from. Maybe when the first generation starts to have kids, then they're going to try to, you might see them assimilate a little bit more. They're going to start to immerse and take ownership and have more civic pride, and become attached to the identity and acknowledge that they are Belizeans. Now, don't get me wrong, the immigrants, they are Belizeans, but when you sit down and you have conversation with them, the way how they talk and how they do exclusion and stuff like that, then you start to get a broad scope. Like, the idea behind it is trying to separate and divide more instead of trying to be more communal. Because I remember when I was younger, you have immigrants that would come in and they would embrace, they would hang out with the locals, and they would simulate, they would make an effort. So like, I know a lot of their kids are my age now, and we have somewhat of a good relationship. Now when you look at it, they are more about trying to badmouth each other. So when you look at that grand divide, along with the political weaponizing politics and weaponizing the police and the justice system and exclusion and separation, then you then you start to see how they have deconstructed the idea of family. They have that family idea of like brothers and sisters being communal, neighbors being communal, even though we're going to recognize and acknowledge that we have our own individual footprint, we have our own identity, but part of the reality of what it meant to be hardcore die-hard Belizean was to look at the progression, the progress, and focus on the economical prosperity of the community, not individualistic or individuals. It was more about how can we make the community create opportunity and put an effort into making sure that everyone can get a piece of the pie, even though we're going to have our little tussle and jostle, but we're still community orientated. It's not so much like that. Now it's more cutthroat. They're going to try and see how they can box you out. And I think that's one of the things that kind of like making it tough right now for the way how people view each other, where we're starting to look at each other more on an enemy and a political, using our political association and the people that we commune with and we break bread with. Some of that stuff comes into question, and then if it don't falls within the spectrum of what those people believe, then you're going to get boxed out. You're going to get left out. They're not going to include you. It's not about inclusion anymore. It's just about what one individual can acquire and obtain, along with a selected few that would adhere to what they're doing. If you question it, then you get boxed out, you get pushed out. Oh, can't remember the last time I cooked gizzards. I want to take it and go share with someone to see if it was tender enough, because I tried 3 of them and I was under the impression that it's not tender. So chicken feet, gizzard, chicken heart, chicken liver. I'm not a fan of chicken liver though, but those things are really good to add to your diet. Oxtail, cow foot, cow tripe. Those things are super healthy for the human body. Beef heart, beef liver. Took a bite, it's tender. Melts like butter. So if you don't use your cell phone, the library, you can go in and get books and read. There's audiobooks that you can play. I mean, education is a key role. So like you got to empower yourself with information. You become powerful with the information that you have, and then you also will be held accountable for the things that you know, and if you continue to do horrible things. So if you want to be able to become stronger and be molded and sharpened, then you try to have fellowship, mentorship. Stop seeing your neighbors and people who are from the same country and the same nation and the same district. Stop viewing each other as enemies, because when you go outside of the great nation of Belize, you have to figure out a way how to create an opportunity out there as well. So when you have a strong core value that it adhere to an idea, but not to the land, and not to separate each other, but an idea to build something and create. If we all are about the upliftment and the advancement of the people, when we're here and abroad, we will do things to assist and help each other. And that's one of the things that we have allowed the nation, the great nation of Belize, to terrorize and rip that asunder and take it apart. And then they say a ship without a captain is a derelict. It has no direction. You have to have a captain, right? And that is in life. You have to have a selected group of people within the community who are trying to bring us together, bring prosperity, even though we're going to accept and acknowledge that we're all individual and we're indifferent and we have our own path to take. But when we work together as a community, then we can make things better for all and not just for one. It's up to us. We have to make decisions that will impact generations, 2-3 generations in the foreseeable future. And if you look at it right now, the current state that the nation are in, food prices, fuel, the cost of living is insanely high. They're talking about, like, right now they raise minimum wage to $2.50 US per hour, but it seems like they're making $1.25 or 75 cents, roughly somewhere about there, US. And $1.25 is stretching it, pushing it pretty far.